Hey, what's going on, everybody? What is up? It is Real Time with Prince Blue, the Yearbook Series. This is episode 4, the nocturnal version. I know it's a little bit late, but I appreciate y'all for coming through. You know, life be lifing, and I really think that this episode was worth the wait, and we're going to hopefully let you know by listening to us, you're going to see that it was worth the wait. But today we got somebody that I actually been in contact with through high school, through different type of mediums, whether it be Facebook or Instagram and things like that. We're talking to Mike Bacon, or as I know him as DJ Iron Mike Bacon. A fellow wrestling fanatic. We're in several wrestling groups together. So, you know, when I reached out and he said he'll do the show, um, it was a no-brainer. So without further ado, let's get into it, and we'll see y'all on the other side. Let's go.
Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talking entertainment too. Look, we are not the same as you. Look, we don't need a thing, just you. Just make sure the gang come through.
What's up, everybody? Well, what's going on, Mike? What first of all, welcome back, everybody. I know I was gone for 30 seconds, but I gotta welcome you because people may just came on. But for those who have just checked on, I just want y'all to know that who I got with me, class of 2000. That's right.
No, a technical. Well, this could become a very long answer, but I'll abbreviate it. I was in the class of '99, but I ended up leaving and graduating at Hamilton West in the class of 2000. So you're right and you're wrong.
So you're 2000 by proxy.
Yes.
Let's just go with that.
But I wasn't in your class.
But you're a pirate.
I am. Yeah.
You're a pirate.
I'm not a hornet. I don't see myself as a hornet.
Yeah, you're a pirate.
I'm like a guy that retired, you know, playing for a team at the end of his career, but then gets recognized as, like, you know, as the guy that went there for the other 4 years or whatever.
So when your jersey is retired, it'll be a pirate.
Yes.
Okay. So
absolutely.
We got
all day.
we got DJ Iron Mike Bacon, an open format DJ for almost 30 years. That's a lot of records. Full time since 2019, DJing private events, bars, clubs in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. I guess you're going to be busy in New York in a couple of games. We're going to talk about that. Beyond that, you're also a GM at Ambient DJs. Iron Mike, what's up, Iron Mike? Thank you for coming.
What's going on? Oh, thank you for having me, man. Yo, your bumper music goes super hard. Like, I'm in the waiting room. I'm like, this. I hope the people watching get to hear this.
Oh yeah, man. That's shout out to well, I can't say his name, but shout out to who came up with that tune.
Okay.
I appreciate him. I got a ghostwriter. I got a ghostwriter, you know, but he told me to keep it on the hush hush. But yeah, I appreciate him. So, Mike, It's been 26 years since you and I have verbally communicated. Like I said, we communicate through
You mean
Facebook.
like in person?
Yeah, in
I think
person.
it. I think it's less. Okay. I
Think it's
feel like
less?
I. Yeah. I think you. I think we hung out on the boardwalk. This is how as soon as you say that, all of a sudden my brain starts doing the information. The guy in my brain just starts working
All
overtime.
right, well, let's go.
I want to say we hung at the Seaside Boardwalk in the summer of '06. I may be wrong, I may be right. I'm gonna have to look through my pictures.
Cause we love the boardwalk.
Okay, so there you go. There's a
You know
possibility
what?
there.
We may have. We
I'm
may
gonna I'm
have.
gonna look through I'm gonna look through my pictures later.
Okay. But far as like everything, we've been on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
We're on the
That's mostly been that. Yeah,
we're on the Central New Jersey wrestling crew. Shout out to those
yeah, yeah.
guys. So Mike, tell me, after 2000 or before 2000, first of all,
Hmm.
let's start here. When
Okay.
you see this pic, what do you think about?
Oh man, that's my room, man. I want like, did you ever? You've been there. I have a tape. I have a tape full of like probably 20 to 25 different guys that rapped in that room, and I know you had to be there at least once,
I
maybe
was
maybe
there
more.
once. I was there
Yeah,
once, but I never rapped. So there's no mixtapes
you were okay.
with
I didn't
me
think
on
you were
there.
on it.
But
I
I've
was
been in
thinking,
that room. Yes, I've been in
yeah,
that room.
yes, yeah, definitely, yeah, yeah. I mean, that one year, that might have been a little bit of junior year too, like 98, 99. You know, everybody started to catch wind that I had equipment, so we started to record, and Tamal Granger, he started firing shots at everybody. I remember
Mall.
you were yeah, Maul G. I remember you were one of the first people that I feel like I showed that tape to, and you're like, oh, yo, I got, yo. You started spreading the word, like, yo, man, yo, he's
Because
firing shots.
yeah, because back then, Mike, it was funny, because I mean, hip hop is still in the hip hop community. We're sensitive in the African American
Mhm.
community. We're sensitive about the culture. So when you came through and you was so deep in the culture and you had, you was playing Nori, you was
Mhm.
playing DMX, like you was playing all the stuff that that people in the culture knew about. So it wasn't like you was just playing MC Hammer, like everybody
Right.
knew
Yeah.
Hammer.
Yeah.
But you was playing the stuff. You was one of the people that first when DMX came on the scene. I remember this in particular when DMX came on the scene, you was playing him a lot because
Yep.
you still stuck in the Shiny Suit era. But
Yeah.
you was like, nah, y'all gotta listen to DMX. And we was like,
Yeah.
why he so angry? I just remember I was like, Mike, why you playing all this angry music? He was like,
I
nah, man.
was. I don't know what it was. Yeah. I mean, that was the sound. But no, I'm glad you recognize that. That was, I feel like, what set me apart because I actually came up doing these the firehouse dances out in Hamilton, right? So the first time I went to one, the guy was probably about 10 years older than us, so he didn't have that connection you know that say somebody like I or you would have with the music as far as what teenagers like. I mean, I remember he was playing Triumph by Wu Tang, but to me, that's not a dance
That's
floor
not a club.
record.
That's not a club record.
No, and like everybody sitting on the side, just kind of waiting to see. You know, it just was whatever he was doing was working. So I
Mhm.
came over. I said, let me see what you got. And he had books of CDs, and I started going through it. And he had a lot of like promo discs that had a bunch of different tracks. I remember I pointed out there's an Everything remix by Mary J. Blige and AT Aliens by Outkast. Those two songs. I said, yo, play those. And the dance floor started populating. And he goes, okay. He's like, all right. So it seems like you know what you're doing. He said, bring your music next time. I was like, all right, cool. So I brought a box of Timberland CDs, a Timberland box full of CDs. Took it on the bus with me. Now I start writing down track numbers. I'm like, okay, play track 2, play track 14, 17, whatever. And he goes, no, I want you to do it. So I got behind the board, just start. I'm like learning on the fly some of this stuff. and my sets were very pro DMX, Cameron, Big Pun, Onyx,
Oh,
Nori,
please don't say Onyx. AJ, did you hear
Onyx.
that? He played Onyx at the Firehouse in New Jersey. There you go.
Yo, that shut him down 98 was crazy. Yeah,
It was crazy because Onyx was be and the reason why I think Onyx was so prevalent because it was so it touched into like the whole mosh pit scene, you know,
because had the
like
energy, man.
the energy. It was just full of it was just an all-out banger. And this was before Little John. Onyx used to
Right.
make people fight. Before Little John,
It's
before
true. That's
crunk
true.
music, you
Yeah.
play Onyx, you play Shut 'Em Down, you play Back the Fuck Up, you play anything off that CD, you gonna get a couple black eyes.
But it did have a club joint on there, React with 50 Cent.
Yes,
50 was on there.
early
And
50 before
Earl,
he was doing Power and all that other stuff.
yeah, he's in the music video and they're all in the hockey rink. But
Yeah.
so
But that but
yeah,
but real quick, Mike, that's
yeah.
just that's why we were that's why there was no issues with your credibility when it came to hip hop because who would you was playing 50 Cent in 99.
Yeah, even at 98.
Yeah,
Crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I didn't know, like, I was more or
he would
less
become
paying attention to Onyx.
50-50.
Yeah, I have no idea. But that was a banger. Yeah, so I appreciate that you recognize that because, yeah, to me, I would play that and then the guy would come on and he would play like slow songs or he would play like I don't know, like Come On Ride the Train or you know
Not
what I mean?
Quad City DJs.
Yeah, yeah, he would play like the Percolator three
What
times a night. Three times he would play it at the beginning, in the middle, and the end. He scheduled the Percolator. This guy,
well,
and
it's
I
called
appreciate. He showed me the ropes, so I don't want to play him out too much.
yeah.
Um, but no, you made an interesting point by recognizing that because people would wait for me to come on, and I would give them that. I still have some of the playlists, which is crazy. I actually been recently compiling all my physical media into one
Mhm.
like giant notebook. I think that's important to do if you're doing this because eventually a lot of stuff just gets lost.
Nothing worse than playing. This is why I still collect physical DVDs, like movie
There you go.
DVDs, because Apple Music, like you'll have something and then the next minute it'll be grayed out.
Gone.
And
Yep.
you're like, what
Totally
happened? And
agree.
they're like, it's not available in your region, where
Yeah.
backstage, all this stuff, label politics. And I'm like, well, what's that got to do with me? Like,
Yeah. I just want to
I
hear the
want
song
this
or I want to see
song.
the movie. Yeah, I hate all that. Yeah, I'm very pro MP3s still. You
Hmm.
can stream as a DJ. I think it's nice to have that option. But sometimes the connection might not be all that great, so you can't rely on it.
Yeah. So, Mike, in West Windsor Plainsboro High School,
Mhm.
although it was Princeton Junction, Plainsboro, and West Windsor, it was still a large hip hop element to West Windsor Plainsboro High School because let's be honest, during those dances, like during the firehouse and things like that, you really didn't get too many people on a dance floor until you played hip hop. And you were one of the
It's
reasons
true.
of that. Cause I remember the earlier dances, it was whack. And it took us a lot to change them because they was afraid. I mean, West Windsor Plainsboro High School, I love you, but let's be honest, y'all was afraid that that music will bring a certain type of element to to
Mm.
the to the school that you did not want. But come
Oh,
to
they
find
probably didn't
out,
want it.
guess who loved that music more than we did? The white suburban kids, Dave
Yeah,
Karicki, all of them. They played that music when they was riding their cars and stuff.
it's
That's
true.
what they were playing. They weren't playing NSYNC. They weren't
Nah.
playing any of that bubblegum stuff. They were playing the hard cuts. So
Here's here's
talk
here's the
about that.
trivia. Here's this is kind of an opinion answer, but for that era, what would you say would be like the white guy driving his car anthem for West Windsor Plainsboro? If you get this, I'm going to be like convinced that this is true because I feel like there's one particular song that
We're
white
talking
kids.
hip hop, right?
Yes, yes, yes. We're talking mid to late '90s. I know I'm putting you on the spot here, but I feel like once you hear my answer to this, you're gonna go,
You got
yeah.
to give me a little bit more without giving me
Okay,
the
okay,
answer.
okay. All right. It's from the year '96. It's a ooh, it's a posse cut, and you might even see the group in the background in that picture of me right there. Oh, excuse me.
Oh man, I really can't see the pictures that good. I'm gonna
Some
go
people,
with Woo since it's for the children. Are you talking about Cream?
no, but Wu Tang would be a good answer. The answer, in my opinion, is Affirmative Action by Nas featuring AZ, Cormega, and Foxy Brown, aka the original Firm. They
Talking
just loved
firm
it.
bits.
They love that. They love that song. The
They
one
loved
on It
any.
Was Written.
They loved anything that pissed their parents off. Let's be
Probably,
honest.
yeah, yeah, man.
So, all right, let's fast forward a little bit, Mike.
Okay,
So
okay,
it's 2000. We graduate. We get up out of there.
yeah.
What was your next move after you graduated?
I want to tell you this is. I haven't told this story too many times. So the last day of school, '99.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know if you guys had this. We had, yeah, we did. I actually DJ'd at yours too. They had that the senior picnic, they called it. It was a cut day that everybody would just leave school and you went to the park and everybody just jammed. We set up the DJ
I
equipment and
remember.
whatever. So I remember DJing yours in 2000, but I did mine in '99. And how it came about was I remember we got there and Preston Clark, shout out to him by the way, because I've been DJing at
Preston Clark.
his.
You
I've
know
been
what I
DJing.
remember most about Preston Clark? I remember that his dad was a world-renowned chef, and
Absolutely.
his dad got an invite to be the chef at the White House.
That's 100%. Yeah, and
That's what I remember about Preston Clark. His dad was a phenomenal chef. Yeah.
yeah, and rest in peace to his dad. He was an
Yes.
amazing, super
Amazing
talented
man.
chef. He broke barriers, like very like some of the stories I read about are super cool. And Preston has more than followed in his footsteps. The stuff he's doing now. So I've been DJing at his restaurant the past couple New Year's Eve, which has been
Did
amazing.
y'all hear that? Restaurants.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got
Restaurants.
multiple. He's got the
Yes.
Mercer Bar or Bar Mercer, and what's it called? I'm in brain fart because it's late and I'm a parent. You know how this goes.
I know how it is.
Laura Fish Bar. He's
Yes.
had Taylor Swift has showed up in there. Justin Bieber is eating there. Uh, LeBron James, like top tier. Like Chris Rock said that's his favorite restaurant in the city. Now, for Chris Rock to give you that endorsement about a New York City restaurant, I don't think it gets any like the praise doesn't get any higher than that, right?
No, it does not. I mean, just listen to the list you just named that has frequented that restaurant. Like,
Yeah,
come on, that's the who's who of the elite. So yeah, shout out
and
to Preston, man.
he hooks it up, man. When he comes in, I come in a little early. I chill out. He gives me like full course meal. I'm like, bro, I don't know if I could DJ
I'm
that good.
asleep. I'm gonna be sleep DJing. You're gonna have to play the
Not
percolator
doing-
3 times.
yeah, yeah. Oh, nice. That's all. So let me take you back to the senior picnic. So I remember we were all getting there, and the music was just coming from the back of his car. And he would tell you this day, me and him, up until the last car I just bought recently, we ride hoopties. We don't care. And his family, they're not, they're good, and he's good now. He that's just not something that was never something that was like a big priority to him. So he's the music is coming from like the speakers in his
About
car,
to blow
and
the damn car up.
I remember Gina Hunter comes over, his ex-girlfriend,
Gina, yes.
friend of mine. We actually did radio twice. We did radio at West Windsor, Plainsboro, and we ended up doing radio at Mercer County for a couple years. And she goes, yo, this like kind of like, nah, this ain't it. We gotta go get gear. I didn't have a car at the time. So she rides me over. We go to my house, get all my stuff, and we set it up in that pavilion. And even I had friends, you know what I'm saying? I had friends, but I never felt like I definitely was not popular, and it's hard to be popular West Windsor Plainsboro because there was 2,000 kids, right?
2000. Yes, a lot of kids, a lot of sections, a lot of cliques.
A lot of
Yes,
clicks, a lot of clicks.
yes.
So I was involved in some clicks, and I'm not going to play it like, oh, I was this lonely dude. But I remember feeling that day. I'm like, man, people kind of they know who I am now. And then
Yeah.
it was, then the bittersweet thing was it was over.
The white boy with the sauce.
But like it was like so bittersweet because it was great that I got that like overall acceptance,
Mhm.
and then it was done. But I did follow through over the years because I ended up DJing multiple reunions for not only my own class but for 2000, I think 2001, and some others. You know, just some stuff for some other grades.
Nice. So, Mike, talk about like what you have going on now, and talk about just overall like your position right now, and how West Windsor Plainsboro still follows you to this day in everything that you do now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Preston is one, you know, strong mention there. You know, but yeah, every now and then I'll definitely get somebody that you know we went to school with, or you know, and I'm still very close. You know, Dave Siegel's one of my boys. Dave
Dave,
Weisberg.
see, first of all, can I just I just want to say this, and Dave, forgive me, Weisberg, forgive me, but the Jewish hip hop heads at WWPHS, it was Chef's Kiss. Like you talking like, I know it's the connotation about Jewish people in hip hop, but the two people I just named you, they can go track for track.
Yo, they had
Any hip
bars.
hop you bring up, they'll be like, okay, but what about this?
Yeah.
Okay, but what about Capadonna on this track? And you're like, these are two Jewish dudes. Like, why do they know more about the culture? Like, what's going on? But yeah,
Oh,
but go ahead.
they love it. They loved it then. They love it now. Um, yeah, shout out to my man Pete Heckle. You know, my whole
Mike
crew.
Sullivan.
Mike, oh, Sully, yeah, me and him, we still work together.
Yeah.
We go back like me and Sully. I remember that's how we met. I feel like I want to say it was oh geez, who was it? John Kroll. I want to say it was John Kroll that introduced Sully to me. I know Sully was in your class,
Yes.
and I think Sully needed somebody to cover for a gig or something like that. And you know, he let him know, oh yeah, this guy Mike is a DJ too, and you know, we linked up, and you know, we've worked together for yeah, man, ever since 2000, which is wild,
Yeah.
you know.
And that's the thing about WWPHS. Like, it really was a family. Like, we looked out for each other. Like, even if you felt like you was an outsider, if you had something that people needed, it may sound bad, but if you had something that you brought to the table, you always had an invite. Like, you was the dude with the sauce, you had the music. So if we had a party, whether it was authorized or unauthorized, Mike's equipment was always ready. All he needed was a ride, and we was good to go. We knew we had
this,
music. So,
this is true.
and then to this day, everybody still, rides together. If we need something, like, you're still doing DJing gigs for people that we went to high school with, who now has businesses, or they may throw a party, and
Yeah,
they may need somebody that they could trust is not gonna let the party go to sleep, and they come to you.
yeah, these are all facts, and yeah, man. Yeah, as far as now, and I want to do revisit some more Western because, like, the more you're bringing up certain things, like
Yeah, let's talk about it.
my brain's churning. But I'll tell you real quick right now. So, you know, my main priority is DJing weddings, but I do have 3 or 4 consistent bar and club accounts. I'm at the Ivy in Princeton once a month. I'm at Havana and New Hope almost every week, if not several times a week. I'm at Huey's nightclub for Rutgers. That's during the fall and spring semesters. And you know, I'm always up for anything. Like I DJ at senior centers during the day.
Not senior
Yeah,
sitters.
yeah, it's becoming that is on the rise, man. Because you got to think about it, right? Like I say, like 10 or 15 years ago, seniors didn't really grow up with DJs at parties,
Right.
but the people that are growing up now did. like the ones that were a little bit, maybe they were a little bit old at the disco.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're seniors.
And they
And
want good music. They don't
they
want to
still want the
listen to
music.
no ballroom blitz. They want good music.
Absolutely. So yeah, man, I'm up for anything under the sun. I got a birthday party in Philly tomorrow. I got a wedding in Mays Landing on Saturday. I got a 5K run, 6 a.m. in Princeton on Sunday. So I just stay busy. It's became
Staying
my full
busy.
time. I was a project manager while still being still DJing at night,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a pretty good job overall, and a decent salary. But it got to the point where I had no time for it. Like the DJing took over, which is ultimately what I wanted to do. So
You know what's
uh,
funny about it, Mike, though? It's like, remember, like, you're the classic case of your parents coming in and saying, turn that shit off.
okay.
Hip hop is not going to pay the bills. Guess
Well,
what, mom? Guess what,
it,
dad? It does.
it paid the bills for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think it was a little bit of that, but and my dad was, he was not, he was definitely against it, you
Mm-hmm.
know, um, especially from like a spiritual standpoint,
Oh
like
yeah, the
you
devil's
know,
music.
it was the devil's music, and yeah, he didn't improve. But
Yeah.
my mom was all right, and eventually everybody kind of came on board. They realized when they saw him, like, I think when they saw the passion, I remember I wrote about like my experience about DJing at the firehouse. I was probably like 17, so I'm writing these stories about like what the reaction was to this song, or why you know the night ended early because there was a fight or something. There were details. I remember my stepmom found that and she was like, I think he's really into
He
this.
got the
Yeah.
bug. He's bit.
Yeah, I don't know if we could turn this around. Maybe we should kind of embrace it, and this could be good for him. And I remember she like really encouraged me to like determine my pricing when I was first starting. Man, I didn't even charge people because I didn't feel like I had earned it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was I was earning my stripes, paying the dues, and I think that's necessary for everybody to do. Some of these young guys, they come in and they think it's like applying for a job and then you get the job and you get paid, but I think it's essential to pay the dues.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. Well, now you can call your own shots. When you got somebody like Preston in your background, and you can now call your shots, so they know when they book you, like they can't just be like, all right, $10 and you get free drinks and a hot dog. Like, nah, that's
Mm.
not that kind of party. You no, I'm not. Yeah, check the resume, check the skills.
Nah,
Like, don't.
it's pressing jobs are that's a 4-digit job right there.
That's what I'm
Every
talking
time.
about. Shout out to
Yeah,
Preston, man.
and
That's
and I get a five-star meal with it.
And that's the one thing also people don't understand about Westwood Place. We had some people that came through there. Remember we had what was his name? Ethan Hawke
Oh yeah.
was a
He's
graduate
referenced
of
it.
Westwood. Yeah. Yeah,
I
he was
don't know if he at least went there for a little
he
while, but
went
he
there. I don't
referenced
think
it.
he graduated, but he went there.
Right.
And what I remember particularly about Ethan Hawke was when he was in the movie The Apt Pupil,
Mm-hmm.
they wrote a line in there where he said, I'm gonna be you guys are gonna make me late for Mrs. Fiscarelli's class. And
Oh,
they had to get permission from Miss Fiscarelli to use her name in the script because
I didn't know that.
they was like name one of your favorite teachers in high school, and he said Mrs. Fiscarelli, and they was like,
Okay.
okay, so they wrote that in the script,
Oh, that's
and
so
they had to ask Miss Fiscarelli permission to use her name in the Apt Pupil.
that's amazing. Yeah, I saw an interview where he referenced how we didn't have walls.
It was like a college campus. It was,
Yeah.
to those who don't know, it was literally Saved by the Bell. Like we had open camp, like you could like walk around and you had like 3 or 4 classrooms going on at a time, and you could look down
You see who was in
and
what
see who
class.
was teaching and who was in the class. You could tell them come out.
Pit. Yeah, like the new wings had regular classrooms, but
Right.
the part of the building that was built in the 70s had those open classrooms that were only separated by like chalkboards
That's
or
it.
like,
So you can
you
hear
know,
somebody else's conversation literally
yeah, you can
on
like
the other
lean
side
back
of
in
the
your chair
chalkboard.
and like, yo,
Yeah,
see
yo,
somebody in
come
the
over
room.
here, yo. We talking.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, man, yeah, a lot of stuff. It's all started there. It started 315 Clarksville Road,
That's
you know.
it, baby. That's it. So
And
go ahead.
uh, I was gonna ask you this. This is I don't think I've ever asked you this. Were you at Lindsay Wilcox's Sweet 16 at Vicki Johnson's apartment?
Come on now.
You think you were there?
Oh yeah, I was there.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that was my first event,
Yeah, I was
and
there.
I didn't want to do it because I didn't feel like the equipment I had was like. I feel like you were there. Like it make
I was
complete
there.
sense. Yeah, you were
I
there.
was there.
Uh, PJ, I'll drop a name for you. You haven't heard in a while. PJ DeWitt.
No.
PJ DeWitt used to come over, and I had my two boom boxes stacked on top of each other, and I would crossfade out of the one. This is all I had. I didn't have all this. And I would play a CD or a tape on one deck, same on the other, and I'd crossfade from one stereo to the next. And he's like, yo, he's like, that's dope what you do. I was like, that's what I got. It's no big deal. So he tells Lindsay, oh yeah, you should get Mike to DJ your Sweet 16. And she asked me to do it. When she said that, I'm picturing like, a venue or like a banquet
Mm-mm.
hall. I'm like, no, I can't do that. She goes, no, 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 it's just a house party.
Mm-hmm.
It's only going to be like 25, 30 people. It's all people we know. And I'm like warming up to it. I go, okay, I can do that.
Because my this uh-oh. Okay.
You see?
I'm here. But Mike, what people don't understand is some of our classmates' houses were venues.
Yeah, but this was in what was the complex? Hampshire.
Hampshire.
There's a
They
Hampshire.
pretty much Hampshire was the bigger apartments of
Yeah,
the
sure,
because I
sure.
was in Ravenscrest, but Hampshire
Yes,
was bigger.
yeah. You were right there. I guarantee you were there that night.
Yeah.
So I remember the first song I ever played was Gina Thompson, Missy Elliott, "Things You Do" remix, and it was exactly what she said. She was like, 25. I think Brian Grundy was there.
BG.
Um,
Yep, BG was there.
Christina Skelton.
She
Yeah, a
gonna
bunch
be
of
on the show on the 25th. Yes, Christina Skelton
nice.
was
Oh,
there.
yeah, she'll be a good interview for you.
Yeah.
One of my favorite people, honestly.
We had
That's crazy.
study hall together, and we had some other thing I forgot, but it was where you would go if you were like borderline like a psychopath in class, and you needed to go somewhere to calm your ass down. We were in that class together. So
Oh,
yeah,
you mean you were in a supplemental?
there we go. Yes, they called it
And
supplemental back then, but I think it was for when you need to calm your ass down. Teachers would give
and
a list of names. He needs that
and
class.
and was it for Mrs. Walker?
It was Miss Vasilius.
Oh, I love Oh,
Yes.
R.I.P. man.
Yes.
Yo, oh, one of my favorites.
Miss Vasilius.
I
She
remember
was the
she
one
would
that
bring.
saw shit in me that nobody else saw.
I believe that. I remember she would bring in articles from what are the magazines? Can't even think now. But like, you get those magazines in school. I remember there was an article on the Fugees, and she's like, "Oh, I think you'll like this," and she would, you know what I mean?
God rest her soul. This is the thing about Miss Vasilius. She didn't treat you as just a general person. She legit knew your interests, and she would make sure she catered whatever it is that she was talking about to you. Like she bought you an article on the Fugees. I remember she knew I love sports so much. I remember she bought me an article about Tiger Woods. And
Nice.
I was like, Miss Vasilius, like golf of all things. She was like, no, I want you to understand the significance of it. He's a black
Wow.
man in golf, and he's dominating the field. And I remember she gave me the Sports Illustrated cover where he's doing this. And she was like, I want you to understand the impact of that picture. If that was anybody else, other than Tiger Woods, they will look at it as, they would have used a different picture. Why do you think they used that picture of Tiger Woods? I was like, I don't know. They was like, because that's how they see him in that sport. They see him as
Crazy.
the outsider, the savage of the sport. And I was like,
She,
Miss
she's
Facilius,
ahead of
I
her
wasn't
time.
even like, but shout out to her. Rest in peace, Miss Facilius. You were one of the great ones.
Oh man, one of my favorites.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, circling back, I'm doing this party, and I'm on the floor with the boom boxes. Party's going all right, and all of a sudden that 30 people suddenly is 60, then it's 90, then it's probably somewhere around 100, and the room feels small, the sound feels small because you're just looking at legs, when you're on the ground. And I didn't even have a microphone. I was like switching out my headphones into the mic jack and talking into the. Yeah, it was bad. But it was it was what it was. I remember coming in that Monday, and there were people that appreciated the music and are like, "Yo, yeah, it was good." But then there were other people that were kind of clowning me for the equipment, and one of those people was Ibrahim Williams.
First of all, time out. Time out.
This has a happy ending, by the way.
Oh, well, I hope the other type of happy ending.
Well,
Ibrahim,
they
yeah, Ibrahim Williams, Ebe, as we called him. He always he was if you was writing a script for a high school movie or show, he is the perfect antagonist to
he's an
everything.
antagonist.
And it was just because everybody, if you got 20 people say Mike, hey yo, DJ Iron Mike, I was banging. Eve is the one that'd be like, well, the equipment was terrible. And we're all looking at him like, why? Like, why?
Yeah.
But go
Yeah,
ahead.
he came up to me. He's like, yeah, DJ No Clue, and his names and stuff like that. Yeah, what kind of equipment was that? He's clowning it. But then fast forward to 20, I want to say 14, 14, 15, maybe around then. I DJ'd his wedding.
Shout out to the woman who married Ibrahim Williams, because we will for sure thought he was going to be alone and be a curmudgeon, because he used to always just try to get on people's nerves. Shout out to Ibrahim Williams. Good luck to you in your future endeavors, sir.
Yeah.
So Mike, let's get into our time capsule part. Well, not the time capsule part. Let's get into, what did people mostly misunderstand about you in high school?
Oh man, that is a crazy question. I just think, because we were so overpopulated. When I first came in, I didn't have an edge yet. I didn't have. You mentioned that you need that thing that
That
you need to
separates you,
offer
that
that
makes
separates
people
you.
recognize you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I came from Trenton, so
First of all, shout out to Trenton. We get a bad rep, but we're the capital. But go ahead, Mike.
I had the chance to go to Steiner. I could have moved in with my dad and gone there. Didn't want to go there, so I gone to middle school with some of the kids.
Wait a minute.
there.
Did they do Steiner math at Steiner?
Not yet. Not yet. It's good though. I wanted to go to Nottingham because that was where a lot of people went.
Nottingham.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of good friends there, and also, but I was on the border of Trenton and Nottingham, and we are on the side of the street. I couldn't believe this is a real thing. I was on the side of the street where I would go to Trenton High, and my mom didn't want me to go there.
Ooh, no.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't for me,
Mm-mm.
and I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. So my great grandmother comes into play, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna move. I'm actually moving down to Florida with my grandfather and step grandmother." We ended up moving in that place, and that's the house that was in that picture.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was more comfortable coming in, not knowing a single. I didn't know anybody in that place in '95. Coming in, and freshman year was a little rough. I dealt with a couple bullies. Joe English was one of them. Steve Kish was another. And because I would talk back, you know what I mean? I wasn't much of a fighter, but, me and you, we both had our way, we had words.
Yeah, yeah. My words used to get me into more
Oh,
fights.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. But yeah,
And,
yeah. Fuck them
but
boys.
they left after that. And then I started to find the DJing thing, sophomore year. And then, I started meeting more people through that. So, yeah, it was important that you had something that represented you, something that you could stand out with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. And you had that. Everybody knew if you was throwing a party, you needed music, you go to Mike.
we started doing it, man.
That's
And
it.
yeah, it was like, yeah, now one year, like I said, I got a whole tape. I DJ'd Jerome Boston's wedding. I DJ'd his sister's wedding.
Jerome, first of all, shout out to Jerome Boston, a phenomenal attorney doing his thing.
Absolutely.
Shout out to him and his sister, man. I just remember they were so
Jessica.
fucking smart, man. Him and
Absolutely.
Jessica was just so him, Jessica, Tracy and Stacy, Maya, like all like it what's remember remember during the SATs, I just remember they was handing out 14 and 1500s like candy. Like everybody was just and remember, Mike, remember where they will post like the colleges that everybody got accepted
Oh
to?
yeah, absolutely.
You would just look at the list and you'll be like,
They had rankings. They had
they
rankings for the
have
school.
fucking rankings.
You know. But yeah, Jessica Boston's wedding that's top three, if not. If I was to really sit down and think about my favorite weddings, it would be hard to argue it might be my favorite, believe it or not. It was up in Harvard, Massachusetts.
Of
This is
course, it
like,
was up in Harvard, Massachusetts, because they're Boston's.
yeah. So, um, this is, I want to say summer of 2015 or 16. I don't think me and my wife were married yet. So that's why it's one of those years. And yeah, I go up there and do it. I felt like every single thing I did that night just went right.
It was a home run, right?
I have nights just like anybody,
Mhm.
where like I get, I could kind of overthink certain things, or yeah, maybe I should have did this a little differently, or maybe I should have played that later or whatever. That night I wouldn't change a thing, man. They were like,
Nice.
we were connected the whole night,
That
and we stayed overnight, and we go to me and my wife, we go downstairs to the restaurant to go have breakfast, and they had a separate section where everybody from the wedding party were having brunch or breakfast or whatever. And I said, "Oh, I want to say bye to them before we go." And this is before we ate. She was like, or like they had invited us like to have the breakfast, and she wanted it to just be me and her. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I get that. Cause like if we go in there with everybody, I start talking to all these different people or whatever. And it's like it's not an intimate thing or whatever.
got you.
So we have our breakfast. I said, oh, before we go, let me go say bye to them. I swear this happened. I wouldn't make this up. I walk in there into this area, and I hear like I first walk in, I start hearing it, and all of a sudden the whole room, yeah,
Clapping for
like
the
they just,
DJ.
oh man, I'm getting chills thinking about it. They were
Last
just
night a
so,
DJ saved my life, man.
yeah, yeah, they were so appreciative, and like my wife's turning red, standing because like we're like the spotlight, you know what I mean?
Because Mike, you know this is three things you can't get wrong at a wedding: the time, the food, and the
Food.
music. You can't get it wrong. Either
That's
one of those
important.
are wrong, and your wedding is just completely off. So, I can imagine why you felt that way about
That
that.
in that moment, man, that it put the icing on the cake. It really like I felt like, okay, yeah, I did a good job here. Yeah, so shout
Boom.
out to Jessica and Justin.
All right, so
That was it.
let's go to the time capsule part. This is
Okay,
where we're gonna do the rapid fire a little bit.
I like this.
Favorite song back then?
Oh man, this could go so many different directions.
Give
I
me
mean,
a
the
hip
first
hop. Give me hip hop.
hip hop. Ooh, favorite song. Favorite song. I mean, there's so many, man. Geez, Pull It, Cameron, DMX, That would probably be my number one, hip hop wise. R&B, I would go D'Angelo, uh, Lady. That's probably my yeah.
Remix or regular?
Oh, I like both. The AZ Primo remix.
I'm going with AZ and Primo. I
Yeah,
got
yeah, I
to
like that.
the alligator shoes, like
Yeah,
don't
that beat is
da
crazy
dun
hard.
dun dun. Shout out to
Yeah,
Primo, man. And give me your pop song back
yeah.
then.
Here's what's funny, man. I know it's gonna sound like like I'm making it up. I ignored that, and same thing with Weisberg. He started DJing with me around '99.
Mm-hmm.
We would intentionally not buy pop records, and we would do jobs where
What?
we were doing parties where we should have been playing some. Like
Uh-huh.
I didn't own Britney Spears when I should have. I didn't own Backstreet Boys and Sync when I should have.
I
Um,
respect I
yeah,
respect that.
but now I like have this weird like appreciation for it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do like play like a nostalgic gig or like a '90s thing or a reunion, I actually enjoy playing some of those songs now. But
There
back
you
in the
go.
day,
You was
you know,
deep in the trenches. I got you.
I couldn't.
I
I didn't
got you.
watch like I only watched like Rap City and
The basement.
The Basement, Yo MTV Raps. Like if it was the regular stuff, man, I had no interest. It
I
just that's
got
how
you.
it was.
I understand you weren't a TRL live guy.
I didn't. I swear, like you could. I didn't
No,
have any of it.
listen. I know you back then. I was there during them parties. You didn't play any
That
of that, so
the
you
thing
were.
that helped me when I started going to like teen clubs,
Mm-hmm.
I think I started to go, okay, yeah, I should probably have some of this, like more of the dance music that was out at the time. Like when they had oh not Brewster's, Finnegan's. They would do the Finnegan's part.
Finnegan's.
Finnegan's on like a night before the holiday, like say right before MLK or before
Mm-hmm.
President's Day. That place used to get packed. And I would always pay attention to what the DJs were playing. So even like if it wasn't a hip hop record, I was like, oh, okay, like people are into that. I need to know about this, and yeah, so it was kind of a progression, and all that stuff has value.
I respect
But
that.
for
Thank
me as a teenager, man, I was buried in the hip hop and R&B, a little bit of the dance hall.
you. Favorite trend.
Oh, I love wearing jerseys, man.
Uh,
I don't feel like they're as in style. I mean, they are like if you're going to a game or whatever, or if you're going to watch a game. But like just as like everyday clothing, it's not what it was.
I got a closet full of jerseys now, so damn big that if I put them on right now, like it would just that trend. Like now, I don't know what to do with all these damn jerseys. I don't
I
know
was
what
gonna
to do with
say
them.
if you got some authentics, man, you know those sell for big. But it's hard. It's funny. So like the whole Nick wave has come around, right?
Mhm.
And I'm sure you love it. Uh, yeah.
Sure.
I used to have a Jamal Crawford St. Patrick's Day jersey, but I forgot that I sold it. Like I sold a bunch of
I don't
jerseys at
have
one
a
point.
Knicks jersey. I don't have one Knicks jersey.
Well, you're a Philly guy, so you know
Yeah.
I can't. Why
But
would you?
even still collecting jerseys, because remember, it was all about getting jerseys back then. So you wasn't really about your team as much. I don't
Right.
have one Knicks jersey.
See, I had like a low key rule with that, right? So, as a Steeler fan, I would get a lot of different jerseys from other teams, but I would never get anybody from the same division.
Oh,
I
I
I
respect
never
that.
had a Ravens, no Browns, no Bengals. Um, Back then, no
Like
Jacksonville because they're in the same division back
I'm
then.
I'm I'm gonna raise you on that one because check it out. Like I don't wear any hats that's not Philadelphia. So guess what I had to start doing? I started buying bucket hats because you know Philly colors are distinctive. You got red,
Yep,
white, and blue. You
yep,
got Eagles green. I don't wear green all the time. So now I have a whole bunch of bucket hats of solid colors that I'll put that on if I need a hat to wear because I refuse to wear like a Bulls hat to match something
right,
or
right,
Charlotte Hornets hat to match something. I just can't do it. So I'm with you
right.
on that.
Yeah, I minimize just to like Steelers and Mets. Pretty much, those are the teams I appreciate the most. I know it's kind of a random combination,
No.
But I came up with the '86 Mets and never let go, which was
Oh man, it's
been a rough
it's
ride.
about time. Well, you know what? Since the Knicks is on the verge of winning, you stick with the Mets because listen, I know the Knicks right now. Like I know Knicks fans right now. You can ask them, and right now and I'll believe them if they say that this was worth the wait. Think about it.
Oh, I know Nick fans.
Like the way they're doing it right now, like I don't think if you was to say, "Hey, I'll trade you for a championship," maybe back in the day,
Like a '99.
like a 99 versus
Like,
right now, I bet you the Knicks fans would pick right now.
probably
Because this is the
the way
most
this is
Knicks way
playing
to
out.
win. Like nobody gave the Knicks a chance. Everybody was saying if whether it be OKC or the Spurs, they were going to lose, and they pretty much dominate. Matter of fact, I think they maybe lost twice in the whole playoffs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
against
they
the
only
Hawks.
lost twice, and then they ran through everybody, got to the finals, running through the San Antonio Spurs. So yeah, I think if you ask Knicks fans, they would absolutely take this 2026 year.
Oh man, yeah, I'm like on the fringe because I was a Barkley guy back in the day. So
Same.
I followed Barkley to the Suns. I had a Suns starter jacket, Suns hats, like Barkley posters. I was a huge Phoenix Suns fan. Followed him to the Rockets, but then after he retired, I was just kind of like,
In
man,
limbo.
man off of the island or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and and then the strike happened, and I kind of fell off from basketball, especially like I wanted, like when I was a kid, man. That before getting into DJing, I wanted to play basketball. Like that was
Mm-hmm.
something. And then I actually tried out for the high school team, which is wild in retrospect, and got cut pretty early. But yeah, long story longer. I support I whenever a local team, whether it be Philly or New York or whenever New Jersey wants to get into it, um, when they're doing big things like what the Knicks are doing right
I
now,
got you.
it is good for everybody. I don't care what anybody says.
It's good for the tri-state area.
Oh man, like I DJ it. I have a couple different NFL Sundays where I DJ the pregame, then we switch to the in-game audio. I DJ during the commercial breaks, DJ during halftime, and I won in Red Bank and won in Oceanport. And beginning in the season, everybody like packs the joints because they have this like early season optimism that the Giants are going to do it, that the Jets are going to come alive this year. They got some
This
new
is our
players.
year. This is our
Yeah.
year.
And they're excited. Everybody comes in with the jerseys, and then like 4 or 5 weeks in, it all vanishes because both of those teams have
Stink.
collectively the worst two records since I started DJing those places about 6-7 years ago.
Might need to
Okay.
switch that up, Mike.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, look, I'm like Dave Chappelle, he says, he goes, I'll do commercials for Coke and Pepsi.
Hey, whoever
He goes,
writes the check.
whoever's ready to check, he said, which one's better? I'll say Pepsi because they're the last one to pay me.
That's
So if Philly comes calling, man, I'll show up with the Embiid jersey on. I don't mind.
well, you'll be the only one wearing one. So let's go with
all
favorite.
right, Maxie.
There you go. Favorite teacher.
Ooh, this could be a multi-parter. I like Mr. Smith a lot.
Okay.
Like the young Mr. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember him. I think he became like the superintendent eventually. I got punched in the back of the head by Joe English at the second to last day of freshman
Where
year.
is Joe English? I'm about to find him.
Oh, good luck, man. I'm not interested. I wouldn't be surprised if he was behind bars.
Joe English, if you're out there, you deserve exactly what you have right now. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
But I wish anything bad.
Shit, I do. Go ahead, Mike. I don't care.
He was like
MGF. I'm like MJF, baby. I don't care about nobody. I hate everybody.
So he waited until like the last day of school and sucker punched me in the back of the head. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Smith bodied that kid up against the wall, and it took him out over that. That would not happen today. That would not fly today.
No, because they'll blame Mr. Smith for putting his hands on a student. Yeah.
Right. But in the moment, I don't blame him for it, man. You
Did,
know, it was
let's
he
go.
ended.
Go ahead.
All right. So, but no, Mrs. Rothblum, big fan of her.
I'm
Um,
trying to remember
I'm
who
doing
that
all
is.
I'm doing all the special ed teachers.
Oh shit! That's why I don't know who they were.
Listen, man.
Like,
90% of my classes had 13 kids in them, and
and y'all sat by colors.
it was pretty much all like me, Montrell Sands, Corey Harrison,
Oh, Montreal! Oh man,
uh, Jason Jones.
Jason Jones. I remember
That
Jason Jones. I took his sister to the prom.
oh wow,
No,
you
well,
know
she took me to the prom.
Jessica, one of the funniest people ever. I haven't
She
seen her in forever.
she's
She has
was
such a
a
great sense of
complete
humor.
sweetheart about the whole situation because it was funny because it was like the last minute she asked me and I got everything together and I was like, Jessica, why would you ask me of all people? Because she was like, I know I'm gonna have a good time. And she was like, I know number one, you had the money to get your suit and everything that and I needed. So shout out to Jessica, man. She was good people's.
I haven't seen her in like probably 25 years,
Yeah.
man. She was super cool.
So let's go your biggest fashion regret.
Oh, I got a lot of those. All right, so this is one I probably never told. So this is an exclusive here. I had a calendar. I had a calendar where I wrote down what I was rocking. Okay. I didn't
Oh,
have I listen, I didn't grow up with West Windsor Plainsboro money. Okay.
Mike,
And I didn't have a job yet.
a
So
calendar, Mike.
this is important. This is important.
Okay, go ahead.
So I had to be mindful of the rotation. I didn't want to get called out for rocking the same stuff all the time. Okay. Because in the this is like sophomore year.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah, for at least a couple months I kept track. Eventually I gave it up, but like I have it somewhere. I have it
Mike, we
written
were
down.
gonna be like, oh, you wore that shirt last Thursday.
Yes, they would.
I
Yes, they
probably
would.
would. I was one of those
Absolutely.
kids. I was like, hey, man, hey,
Absolutely.
that
No,
pizza stain was there yesterday.
there were class wars. There was a real class war situation there, man. And people will call you out if you rock the same jeans all the time, if you rock the same shirt all the time.
Yeah.
So I kept track of the rotation. So to me, a little bit of a regret because I should have just not. I shouldn't have cared. But when you're in that moment, man,
Yeah,
you know, and
you just
you're trying to
you're
find
trying to fit in.
acceptance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
man.
yeah, I
Those
would write
people.
down the jersey I wore, what jeans, and what sneakers I wore.
Mm,
True
mm,
story.
mm, Oh
True
my.
story. It'd be like
Well,
Tim's.
you don't have to worry about that now, Mike, because I think you're doing pretty well now. You don't have to make a
No, I
calendar
don't.
about
So
what
I
you're
that's
wearing.
why no, and that's why I don't mind telling that story. But aside from that, those big ass boss shirts, like
Oh man, I remember those.
those are ugly.
That and you know what else I remember? Remember the fucking license plate shirts, the big Carl Kanai with the big metal
Oh
discus right
yeah, it
here,
had like this. It would look like steel,
damn steel plate, like
and it was
oh,
on the back of the Carl Canai jeans too.
and it was heavy and oh man,
Oh, forgot
$60
another.
jeans. I remember my dad used to be like, I'm not buying no jeans for $60.
Yo,
This is like,
junior year, man. I remember whatever job I had at the time. I bought a $72 pair of Tommy Hill jean shorts. I would never do that today. That was
well, first of all,
crazy.
they're 130 today,
Oh,
so
true.
but
Yeah, you think about
you gotta go to
inflation.
the outlets.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean 72 is probably like a buck 50 in inflation numbers, right?
I feel like you've already answered this, but I'm gonna ask you this anyway.
I
Um,
got one more. I got one more
go ahead, go
before you
ahead.
get there. Before you get there, one time I did this. One time I wore overalls.
I wasn't there that day. Thank God I wasn't there that day that you wore overalls.
Yeah, man.
Did you
And
hold on? Did you? Did you have both straps up?
Yep. And I might have had one strap down at one point,
You should have
but
went prime. You should have went peak angle. You should have went peak Kurt
yeah,
angle, both straps down. Like,
it
let's
was not
go.
a good look. Not a good look for me. I
You
ever had
went
like
Del Biv DeVoe on them?
I had a long sleeve like Mecca t-shirt on underneath, but people were like, "Yo, Farmer Bacon." Never did it again. And I did the pant leg a little bit, like the one pant leg, the LL Cool J.
Oh,
I did that a little bit.
fucking FUBU.
Yo, white kids hated that I wore FUBU. I mean, you can see it that shirt
For us, by us.
for us by us. So like, you know what that means, right? And I said,
Yeah,
I'm
shut
like,
up. These people are weird. Um, I feel like let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. Then we'll close it
okay,
out.
okay,
Would your younger self be proud of who you become?
absolutely. Oh
Yeah,
man,
you
I
stay true to
couldn't.
yourself. I agree. I agree.
Some of the times, I don't. At the risk of sounding corny, like I almost have to pinch myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I have these moments where I'm doing something where I'm like, I just look around and go, "Yo, this is what you played for. Like this is what you were building up to do." You know, I remember feeling that way. I was DJing in Atlantic City for like a good year. Harris and Tretch came in, and he was performing at the pool, and I'm DJing at the X Bar, like that little middle. It was like
Yeah.
a lounge area, and it's kind of a cardinal rule to play an artist's music before they perform because he was going to perform at the pool with Naughty by Nature. But I was like, you know what? This is what this is like. What I remember making a best of Naughty by Nature tape as when I was like 14, and I'm like, this is what you dreamt of. So you better do
Went
this.
for it.
I went for it, man. I played like an hour of like Naughty by Nature, like the hits, remixes, Tretch freestyles, guest appearances, and he loved it. Sometimes it's a gamble playing an artist's music in front of them, but he was like beyond ecstatic about it. He was like, "Yo, you killed it!" Like he came up to me, like I didn't have to like seek him out. But yeah, like there was moments like that where I was just like, I reflected on being in my room alone, especially that freshman year, just listening to music. Like music was like my first friend in Princeton Junction, as crazy as that sounds. You know
No,
what I
it's
mean?
not crazy. It's not crazy at all.
Yeah. So yeah, I think younger me would be beyond proud because yeah, I accomplished so many things and I'm still doing it, still accomplishing things, still creating new goals and just finding ways to keep doing this and doing this on different levels.
All right. Um, you know what? We have to spend 5 minutes talking about this because the
Okay.
one thing that you and I we have shared all throughout the years besides hip hop is there was a large, not large. Hold on, let me not lie. We were the original Geek Squad when it came to wrestling. We were
Yeah.
the wrestling club at WWPHS, and
Yeah.
now
You,
me,
you,
you,
Rich McNicholas.
Rich McNicholas, like we were always. This was when you would watch the pay-per-view and we would come back and talk about it on Monday. Like
Oh, I
I
love that.
remember,
Yeah.
remember us talk. I remember this vividly in my head. Remember how geek we were when Biker Taker came back? We spent the whole homeroom talking about that.
I wouldn't have been there. That was 2000. Yeah, I would have been gone at that point. But I could see Rich actually went 5 years at West
Rich
Window
was
Plainsboro.
Rich was there.
He stayed back.
He
Yeah, I was
did
gone.
stay back.
Yeah. Shout out to
Huh.
Rich though. He wrestled for a little bit.
See?
Yeah.
Who would have knew? Who would have
Yeah.
knew?
He
He
was an
ended up
independent
becoming.
wrestler.
But that was one of the things that we did have there. And then we also, fun fact, you were in the African American club.
Was I? I know I
Yeah.
DJ'd some stuff for it or I did something.
Yeah.
Are you talking about is this like an unofficial group?
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
yeah.
you mean the back end of Commons One?
Yes. The
Yes.
back ends of Commons one. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You were the African American
Thank you.
club.
Thank you for recognizing that.
Yeah. Oh, we give out honorary
There was
black cards
it
all the
was
time.
it was adjacent to the deli, right? That
Yes.
little. It was just this one. The back end, man. You were always there holding court.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I was
like if
always
you
there.
weren't in class, you were there. Like that's my memory of
That's
you
the problem. I wasn't in
in class. You would always be around that area. That's a
I
true story.
if lunch was a class, I would have had a 4.0 because I was always at everybody's lunch period. I was never
Nice.
at class, but
I can
there.
see that.
But Mike, I appreciate you coming on, buddy. I know today it was the graduation
Yeah,
of your
my son,
family, and
my son
your
graduated preschool.
your son graduated preschool, and that's a big
Yeah,
thing, man. And I
yeah.
appreciate you hopping on with me, man. And please promote whatever your socials, what you got going on. Please promote it. Please, the
Oh
floor is
yeah.
yours.
Yeah, follow me at DJ Iron Mike NJ. That's on Instagram, TikTok. Uh, yeah, you can easily find me on Facebook by searching DJ Iron Mike. But yeah, those are the main ones. And yeah, man, no, dude, I could do this all day. I enjoyed this, and I would love to come back anytime, man.
Oh yeah, the invite is gonna be there. And if ever you want to come on and you want to talk about something or speak on something, it's all good, man. I would love to have you on. But yes, y'all, please make sure y'all look up DJ Iron Mike on all the socials. And thank you for joining us for another yearbook series. I appreciate y'all. Please make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow. Make sure y'all follow me at Dr. Prince Blue on all social media platforms. I think the next episode I have is Christina Skelton,
You're
class
first week.
of 99.
Yeah, yeah.
She will
We
be the 25th, I believe.
we organized the class of '99 reunion of the 20. I feel old saying it. Our 25th. We put that together.
Nice.
And we had a great experience doing that. And I mean, she's a great friend, regardless of that.
Yeah.
So
That,
um,
yeah.
I have nothing but nice things to say about Christina. She's a great
Oh
person.
yeah, like I said, me and Christina was in the sociopath psychopath class together. So we're going to definitely talk about that. But I appreciate everybody for joining us. Please make sure y'all follow DJ Iron Mike. Make sure y'all follow me, and make sure y'all hit that notification bell, because when we do go live, I want y'all to be able to see this. And remember, if y'all don't remember one thing, remember this: networking is a lost art in high school. 26 years removed, 27 for Mike, and we're connecting, and it's like we never left. And look at all the
Facts,
things
facts.
that he's done. Look at all the things I've done, and look at all the other things that everybody else has done. And this is what I'm planning on doing with this yearbook series, is highlighting people in high school that are just doing so many wonderful things out there in the communities and just out there in the world. And I think that they deserve, even if it's 10 people listening, they deserve to tell their story. And I'm going to keep bringing that to you. Remember, we was a school of 2,000 people. So I'm going to have a lot of episodes of the yearbook series. So I'll catch all of y'all. We're out of here. It's late. We got to go be parents, and we will see y'all on the next time around. Peace.
Peace.
Come through. Come through. Real time. Real time. Real time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Real time. Real time. Real time. Prince Blue.